Hey there, coming to you without any brows because I'm going to be doing my brows for this video using Mary Kay's brand new brow products. So we are launching two new brow products, the Precision Brow Liner, which looks like this, and we also have a Volumizing Brow Tint, which looks like this. And I want to tell you just a little bit about them. I'm going to show you how to do them. I don't have any brows on right now. It's kind of weird. I've been naturally blessed with good brows, but it still feels weird when you're used to filling them in and you don't. So here's the first thing I want to tell you about. These are fantastic. If you use our regular brow pencils, these are going to be a little bit different. Our brow pencils you had to sharpen. These ones you'll never have to sharpen. They have a micro tip at the end of it. This one's mine. Sorry, I had to pull it up. They have a micro tip that's retractable. So just whenever you need more, you just open or close it. You don't need to sharpen it at all, which is really, really nice. I think it's a little bit more waxy than the other one, which I like because I think it looks more natural. It doesn't look like I'm trying to fill something in. Just by going in the thin strokes to fill in my brows, it looks like natural hair, which is kind of cool. But these help you to stay in control better as well, so that they're not like all over the place. There are 5 different shades of these. There's blonde, dark blonde, brunette, dark brunette, and black brown. Now, before I go any further, I know there's people out there who have red hair and who have gray hair. So red hair people, if it's like a strawberry blonde, use the blonde pencil or try the dark blonde. If you have more silver gray, if you have like dark red hair, go with brunette or dark brunette, like the auburn hair. If you have gray or silver hair, try the blonde or the dark blonde. And if you have like jet black hair, try, if you do jet black eyebrows, it can kind of be like really intense. So maybe try the brunette or the dark brunette to fill them in. But what these do is this defines and just kind of fills in the brows. So I'm going to do one of my brows with this, okay, you guys? So this is my little brush that I use all the time. I love it so much. You can tell it's used. But it's like my little spoolie brush. So I just kind of brush my hairs up. Probably shouldn't have chosen this eye with my bangs right there. Okay, so just kind of brushing the hair up. Now what you want to do with this is you don't want to go at it like this. You want to go at it like this and using it to just fill it in. Now I have a mirror kind of right above here, so that's how I'm going to fill it in. But you kind of want to start at the bottom. You don't necessarily want to go all the way to the top. You just kind of want to fill in along the bottom and see how I'm going in these short little strokes. I'm not trying to like go all over the brow like, that's not what we want, okay? So kind of short little strokes to fill it in more. I am going to go a little bit up to the top. Like I said before, I've been blessed with like pretty decent brows, so I don't ever really need more brows, I guess. So I'm just kind of filling this in really nicely. Now, you could totally just use this pencil without using the volumizing tints. Like that's totally fine. If you want to use just this, I suggest using just this and then our brow gel over it just to make it stay. But to be honest, what this and the brow tint are going to do is they're going to provide I think it's called, I wrote it down, life-proof formula. It's like flexible hold that won't budge. So, but just in case you're like, I really want to make sure they don't budge, you could use our brow gel over this, okay? So do you guys already kind of see how my brow is different? All I did was fill it in. And it already, like, look at the difference of that, right? Okay, so that's just this one. I'm leaving this brow undone. Feels weird. I'll do it later. Okay, the next thing is the volumizing tint. We have 4 shades of this: blonde, dark blonde, brunette, and dark brunette. And what's actually interesting is that your eyebrows should not be the same color as your hair. Like they shouldn't be as bright or as dark as your hair is. They should actually be almost 1 to 2 shades lighter. So what's really interesting is I used the brunette definer like liner, and I'm going to use dark blonde volumizing tint. When I use the brunette one, I think it kind of has a little bit of a redness to it on my skin with my hair. So I'm actually going to be using the dark blonde volumizing tint. So you open it up, and what this is doing is this is actually going to be adding microscopic fibers to your eyebrows. So what that means is that like if you're somebody who has kind of sparse eyebrows or you plucked too hard in the 90s and like they aren't there anymore, all this formula is going to do is it's going to grab hold of those hairs and add little fibers that make them look longer and make them look bigger. So that's why we're volumizing your brow. So what I did was I wiped it off. There's a little tiny like wand on there, and I wiped it off, all the excess. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to start, again, I have to look up in my other mirror, but you're going to go up with it. You're going to brush all of the hairs up I know it's gonna look, you're like, what, Mallory, why am I brushing them all up? Don't worry, we're not gonna keep them that way. Could you imagine? It looks like there's a caterpillar on my face. Now I'm gonna go down with it. Basically what you're doing is you're like coating all of the eyebrow hairs with this. I know, it looks crazy, right? Here we go. Now take your spoolie brush, and this is how we're gonna comb it out. We're gonna comb it back into where it's supposed to be. Again, notice how I'm just doing these small, short strokes. We're not going for like anything really ginormous here. Also, again, you guys are all gonna hate me, but I just keep saying that I have nice brows, but I've never had to like get my brows waxed or anything like that. But you want to make sure that the brow starts right here where your tear duct is, and that the arch of it is where the nose like lines up with that, and then keep going. And where the end of your eye is, it should never go past that. That's kind of a note for eyeshadow too. When you're putting on eyeshadow, you never want your eyeshadow to go past where your eyebrow like comes up. Okay, now if you were to make a mistake, or if you were like, oh no, I got some underneath or above, you can always, it's like really easy to just remove it, okay? But there we go. Ta-da! Look at that! It looks so natural too. It doesn't look crazy at all. And again, like I said, I've never really been a brow person. So if you are looking for like the key to the best brows, you're going to want your brow liner, $14, your volumizing tint, $14, and this spoolie brush is $10. And it's amazing and it's awesome. And talk to your consultant about all the different brow products that we have so that you know what to do with your brows.